G'day guys and welcome back to GOHAN'S_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So it's been a little while since I've done a vid on global. It's been pretty bad in terms of being a bit of a wasteland, but the content is beginning to drop with this part 2 here, and one of those pieces of the content is the EZA of this Super Saiyan Future Gohan. Becomes really top tier defensive unit for those longer events. So the weakness for his EZA is the android, so we'll just fire that up here. And as you can see, I've got quite a few options here. Obviously, I don't have everyone. Probably the biggest omission is the Tech Super 17, but he's not going to be the most useful in this anyway. So initially, you got to pick through your leaders. So you got the trio. Can be good with their dodge. They can be a bit iffy. You got Android 13. You've got the Tech Super 17. And finally, the best leader I would recommend for this is Android 21. After getting her EZA, she's the full 160%, and with her healing, she's going to be pretty handy when she's in base. Add in that she can deal pretty decent damage when she does transform. So she's going to be my first pick on this team. She's going to be great. Another go-to option is going to be the Android 18. She does have that 50% raise for 6 turns, and if you've used the physical trunks or the AGL Goten, you'll know how overpowered that is. I am going to keep my team extremely STR based, so we're also going to be taking in the other EZA 18. She's really solid, you can get off multiple supers. Going to bring in second form Cell, and I'm thinking for the third option we might bring in this Android 17. He'll link up nicely with the others. As you can see, I do have him rainbowed and quite well linked up, so I reckon that's probably and then that leaves one more unit, and I was going to throw in those guys. I do need to rainbow them. That's been some of the content you guys could have been working through, so that's probably the go-to team that I will be bringing. But there is still lots of other good options that you could bring in. Super 17, after he gets hit with a couple of normals and he builds up that damage reduction, he could be really handy defensively, and he will link up well as well. The support that this AGL Android 17 GT will be able to give out, if you've got him next to another 17 or unit that has 17 in his name, he's going to be awesome, because as you can see from his passive here, he does need another ally whose name includes 17 attacking in the same turn. But that is something to think about. Android 16 could be a good option defensively. He does have this greatly raised attacking defense for 1 turn on his super, so if you've got a few additionals in him, he can be really good defensively. But a lot of that does come down to the fact that he only has a high chance of guarding. Really not that good to not have 100% chance. You want that guaranteed guard, so that you know you can throw him in slot 1. So it can be a bit of a risk playing him in here. As I mentioned before, they're only SA7. I've got a second copy that I've nearly finished, but pretty highly linked up. These guys are going to be really good for their support. As you can see, they do give the 4 key and 50% defense, and the defense is what we'll be really enjoying here. This is a very heavily synergized team, so key's not going to be the biggest concern, but anytime you can get extra defense, that's going to be really useful. Cell could be good for his healing, but you're not going to be running a very big bad bosses centric team, I wouldn't have thought, because you're not going to want to bring the int Cell, because obviously he's going to have type advantage, he can get you blasted. Android 21 does have big bad bosses, so that's pretty useful, and so does this guy, but unfortunately we don't have his EZA out on global yet. But the only other really options are your cells, and while physical Cell could be alright with his healing, unless you have got him with big bad bosses activated, he can be quite squishy. So I know personally I'll be leaving him out of my team. If you have Super Mirror, he does greatly stack his defense, but his defense does start relatively low. As you can see here, he has a very low defensive stat, considering I have him at 79%. But I mean, if you can get off a couple of supers, he could be a pretty good option too. The World Tournament, Hachan is pretty solid. As you can see here, does rely on having a Goku category ally to get the most out of himself, so definitely probably not the best time to bring him out. Would be nice if he didn't have that condition. The free to play 18 again is a stacker, will have type advantage, but probably not the unit that I would be bringing in as my first choice. So pretty much just making sure to avoid int units here. My team will probably look like that, or may end up looking like that. You're just having a couple of supports in there. Looking forward to having this guy. As you can see, I actually need to put his super attack up, so I'll do that before the event starts. But I've got him at full link level 10 as well. So hopefully you guys are able to put together a nice little team, are able to smash out this EZA, get those stones. Let me know if you're going to summon on the Future Gohan and Trunks banner down below. Now that it is double rates, that is a little bit more enticing. I'd probably recommend skipping that, but that's totally up to you guys. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.